Did I ever tell you about the time I almost drowned? I mean, no cap, legit, like I almost drowned. Seriously. But before we get into that, let me ask you a question. Are you waiting for confidence to show up before you get started? I mean, like before you act? See, this is common, right? I hear so many people talk about that once I get my confidence up, I'm going to start making these videos. Or once I learn this next skill, I'm going to start making these videos. Or once I get my act together, I'm going to start making these videos. I thought about this today because of an email that gets sent by James Clear, and he had a statement in there, which I'll put in the description. But basically, it got me fired off on the thinking because, you know me, if you've been around my channel, you know this. If you're brand new, listen for the first time, thank you for being here. Really appreciate you. So many new people joining the family, and I absolutely love that. If you haven't done so already, you know what to do. I ain't got to tell you. Listen, if you are the type of person that believes confidence is a skill that you build, it's something that you go get. Well, I think differently. I'm the weirdo that believes confidence is a switch. You switch it on when you need it, you turn it off when you don't. But let's stick to what most people believe, which is that is a skill that you build up. Well, the question is, it's almost like trying to get a job where they want you to have experience, but you can't get experience in that job unless somebody lets you take it on with no experience. Does that make sense? You seen these ads in the paper when you was looking for a job back in the day, and it's like, well, must have experience at WordPerfect 7. Yo, WordPerfect 7 had like just come out and nobody even knew how to use it except for the people that are like heavy IT, but companies was asking for that even though most people didn't know how to do it. And it's a very similar process. So we're going to talk today about something that is called evidence stacking. And before I explain to you what evidence stacking is, I'm going to ask you another question. Do you remember the first time you rode a bike? Hold that thought for a second. Put that memory in the back of your head, whether it was with Pop or whomever, put it right there. And then let's talk about evidence stacking. Evidence stacking is taking small little pieces of proof, kind of like Lego bricks, and building them up until you have a complete structure. That's it. So in the analogy of building confidence, you go out and you do something. Say this is cracking the microphone to go do a stand-up comedy. That first one, going to be an absolute wreck. You're going to be mad scared. You know what it is. That second one, a little bit less scared. That third one, a little bit less scared. That fourth one, a little bit less scared. You're proving to yourself you can do it. So with evidence stacking, it's kind of like when you went to go ride your bike, you were cool as long as you thought somebody in the back was holding the little seat. You know, we all had the Huffy with the banana seat and you hold it. And then as long as you thought somebody was back there holding it, you would pedal to your heart's content. At one point in time, when they knew you was good, you didn't have the confidence in yourself, but whoever in your family taught you how to ride the bike knew, so they let go, and then you was going and you talking, and then you look back and you're like, hey man, wait a minute. Hey, Dad, where you at? Dad over there chilling, Marlboro hanging out the side of his lips, and you halfway down the block. And he's like, you're doing it. Just keep pedaling. Just keep pedaling. And confidence stacking is the very same way. And so if you were to like take whatever it is you're working with, right, and say it's like learning how to edit, just put your video on the timeline and then cut out pieces you don't like and just send it. And give yourself a pat on the back and be like, hey, gangster, you spit that one out. And then the next one you say, well, I'm going to attempt to do a J cut. Or I'm going to attempt to do an L cut. And if you don't know what that is, don't worry. We can cover that later. We're going to stay on topic. And then when you learn that, you say, okay, now I want to learn how to add that music bed and get it where it doesn't fight the person that's talking, myself or podcast guest, whomever. And then so you're slowly building those skills. You're building those confidence, right? Every time you crack the camera to say something, you're building the confidence. So if you're sitting around waiting for the confidence to show up before you do something, understand that just cannot happen. That physically does not exist. Confidence means trust and proof. It's like you trust in yourself, confidence, fidelity meaning truth and trust, and con meaning with, right? And so every time you do something, you add to that. So let's get to that point where I almost drowned. I swore up and down your mans can't swim. Just couldn't do it. And then I used to just only go in and hold on to the edge or whatever. One day, I got thrown into the pool and I was just started panicking, arms swinging, instantly hands moving, feet kicking. Don't know what they're doing, but they're just doing something. I thought my life was over. I thought 7.5 years of life was gone. And then I'm there for like 6-7 minutes screaming to my older sister to come and get me. Call the lifeguard. I'm drowning. I'm dying. Somebody help. Somebody help. But you know what happened? When you hit the water, your body wants to survive. So my hands just started dog paddling and my feet was kicking. And I was in there until I got tired. And my sister was just standing there looking at me like a fool. Like, boy, you good. Keep going. And I'm like, keep going. Hell, get me out of here. I'm going to die. Like, I thought for sure it was over because I didn't have the confidence in myself. But she had enough common sense and confidence to know that I would be fine. Right? Plus, she was really good. She was a lifeguard. She knew she could jump in and get me if it was necessary. Junior lifeguard at that time. So sometimes you don't believe in yourself, but maybe your audience believes in you, right? And every time you do something to improve upon whatever it is you're doing and your audience is staying, your community is building, they're trusting in you as you go. So you're building that confidence, you're building that trust. So just understand, with every piece of evidence, you have another piece of proof, providence, as I like to say. It's like proof, evidence, providence, to let you know that you know what you're doing. You know what you're talking about. You know what you're trying to do, but you're hiding behind something else. So I'm going to give you this opportunity. You know your man's is big on the whole journaling situation, right? And I got my little journal out here. So here's what I want you to do for me. First of all, in the chat, write down what's a piece of evidence you got right now that currently proves that you know what you're doing, that currently proves you are making progress. Share that with us in the comments, please. But then I want you to get yourself a little wee notebook, or even better, do it with your phone, especially those of you who are scared to be on camera. And I want you to absolutely make sure that you write down your wins every day, no matter what it is, based on what it is you're learning or trying to improve, okay? I'm trying to improve as a writer, so I've been writing every day. And as I write every day, at the very bottom, you be like, yeah, bitch, you did another one. Keep it going, right? Every day, I'll make another one of these here videos, and let's check the score right now real quick. Where we at? 308 days solid. That's another piece of proof for me that you can make videos consistently every day for 365 days without batting an eye. That's my proof. I want you to share yours down in the comment section below. Evidence stacking. That's all you got to do. You've done it your whole life. You've done it with walking. You've done it with talking. You've done it with cooking. You've done it with the more time you spent with that person that you're married to right now. That first day was probably like, hi. And then now y'all are like 30, 40 years, couple of kids, grandkids coming, whatever. And look, see what happens? You had to stack. You had your confidence to go and speak to that person or to let that person speak to you was probably nothing. And now you probably like, I wish they would go to the other side of the house and shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. Evidence stacking. So again, I don't know who needs to hear this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section below. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video that I think you should watch. And I agree with it.
I need to know everything. Who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George. I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse. I'm ready for war. I'm coming for throats to turn to a ghost. I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver.